Welcome to another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV.
Hello, welcome to another weekly market update. It's Sunday, January 15th after the market closed on the 13th of Friday. Markets are closed tomorrow for Martin Luther King Day, and so it's a short week, but let's see if we can look at what's ahead. Overall, psychologically wise, there's just a growing mood of optimism, and that's probably going to coincide this week, I imagine, with the inauguration of the new president, Donald Trump. A lot of optimism surrounding the future and these low taxation, pro-business policies, and that's obviously having an effect on the policy. Financials particularly, because banks have been held back by a lot of over-regulation in the previous years. So it's the financials, the banks, along with the overall stock market that seem to be sort of riding in tandem at the moment. That said, here's the big picture we always start off with, the multi-year bear market now that's gone on and on and on with a few breaks here and there, but it's definitely pointing upwards now. There's my skepticism. I was going into this year, as I said, sort of skeptically optimistic, cautiously optimistic, whatever you want to call it. And slowly but surely, my longer term, bigger picture, my skepticism is eroding away. That's not to say that the corrections won't come along the way, and there'll be probably quite big ones, because there's still a lot of minefields out in the global economy. Not a lot has changed, but the market has a head of steam on it right now. And one mustn't fight the trend. Do not get in the way of a speeding train. So zooming in right now, here's the week by week picture. Each of these dots is each of these vertical lines is a week of action. The moving averages here, the 40-week pointing up, and the longer term one now I look at, the 70-week now, even that's starting to curl up. So bigger picture, longer term, there's no getting away from the fact, however much sense it makes or otherwise, that this market is going higher. Well, if it corrects and only comes all the way down here, it's still extremely healthy. A normal correction, as you saw here, would be bouncing off the 40 weeks. So it is riding high, though. Let's look in. I wanted to check in on the Dow Jones because it's an interesting picture here. First of all, the market is way up above its 50-day moving average there, the short-term moving average. So it's riding high and due to come down, but rather than come down back to earth, what it's doing is going to this sideways consolidation pattern, which is quite bullish if it holds at that kind of level there, and the Dow Jones around 1977. I think what could happen is as it collides with the rising averages, the move 50-day, then it just goes higher from there. Perhaps even this week. So there's a line of support there, sort of medium term around 19752 on the Dow. Why am I homing in on the Dow Jones? Well, because it's quite interesting that the psychological big round number of 20,000, it's been pushing against that number for a few weeks now. And it's I think had the market not got so overstretched, it would have just shot right through it. But it's been biding its time and, not getting, it can't stretch itself that far. So we've got quite a defined line here of support and especially resistance. So if the market can get above 20,000, then that's going to be a huge front page story. And then you never know, we might give us to see the public jumping back in, which, as I've said before, was the missing ingredient in this sort of big bull market, the sort of euphoric top before the bear can finally return. And when we all stop talking about the bears, this is when the bear will come back. So that's what we're looking at this week, this channel to hold, going up or down, at least going on sideways. But that's any external shocks, and there's many that could happen around the world. I've highlighted them before. That then all bets are off. So we're still trading a very precarious environment. So tread carefully, but the short term and long term trend is definitely upwards. I'll speak to you next time.
Thanks for watching another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV. Be sure to visit wallstreetinformer.com, where you can become a member for free and gain instant access to the secrets of market millionaires via the Wall Street Informer Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at wallstreetinformer.com.